No ban on hot dogs. Speaker ruling on DOJ stays. I'm Daniel Abakri and this is Cuppa News. Religious authorities do not have a problem with the name hot dog and will not attempt to declare the sausage-based food as haram. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Datuk Seri Jamil Khair Baharom, said JAKIM will hold a discussion with food outlet Auntie Anne's over their halal certification. JAKIM recently urged a name change for pretzel dog, leading to widespread criticism from the public and on social media.
Saya nak pertegaskan bahawa tak timbul JAKIM nak mengharamkan, Majlis Agama nak mengharamkan makanan-makanan yang sudah sedia dikenali, yang popular ataupun di-establish dengan nama termasuk hot dog. Kita menilai di sudut kandungan bahan-bahan pemakanan tersebut, bukan menilai di sudut nama.
Jamil gave assurance that JAKIM would not revoke existing halal certifications for others due to the name of the food. Earlier, Defence Minister Datuk Seri Hishamuddin Hussein urged JAKIM to take public opinion into consideration when making decisions.
No, I think JAKIM has got the ability and the flexibility to take into account public opinion. I've been eating hot dog all my life. It has not been an issue, but I just don't want it to be something that divides us.
He said it is not an issue of the name, but whether it is halal or haram, and JAKIM is matured enough to assess it. The Dewan Rakyat Speaker has defended his decision to declare any debate in Parliament on the suit filed by the DOJ against 1MDB as sub judice, as it can influence the trial in the US.
Kalau sekiranya saya benarkan perbahasan, maka Menteri terpaksa menjawab. Ahli yang bermata yang lain terpaksa juga berhujah. Therefore, dalam perbicaraan di Amerika sekarang ini, kalaupun mereka tidak memanggil saksi daripada Malaysia, dia panggil ahli parlimen atau menteri sendiri, they can quote what is being said in Malaysian Parliament in order to influence the perbicaraan di Amerika. 1MDB sudah pun disiasat dalam Public Account Committee. Hakikat yang sebenar ialah orang yang bercerita dengan usul ini adalah politik semata-mata. To keep alive that 1MDB issue. That is not my concern. I am a speaker.
Nevertheless, DAP's Legal Bureau Chief Gobind Singh claimed the Parliament Speaker had erred in his ruling and that room should have been given for discussion before declaring it so.
I think he should hear us out and reconsider. I mean, he can, of course, fall back to his earlier decision. There's nothing to stop him. But at least hear us out and let us get this dealt with properly. I think this is a decision made by the Malaysian, the Speaker of Malaysian Parliament, which everyone all over the world will talk about. Because this issue is not an issue which is just local. It's an issue which has now caught the attention of the international world. So let's make sure that if such a bar is to be placed on members of Parliament, let's make sure there's good reason for it and there's a debate that precedes it, so as to ensure that people recognize the fact that everybody was heard before that decision was made. All right?
DAP has filed a motion for the Speaker to review his decision. Bersih 2.0 chairperson Maria Chin Abdullah has lodged another police report after her son's car was splashed with chicken blood and red paint early today.
What are the issues that they have with Bersih 5? That they need to resort to such low-down gutter politics, that they have to resort to frightening me, including my children. It's not necessary. It's really not necessary. So I think that, we will actually fight on. This is not going to bring us down. We will continue, and we want every Malaysian to come out on 19th of November to show that, we are not frightened, we are not intimidated, we are not harassed.
The latest incident came after Maria, her children, along with Bersih 2.0 committee member Mandeep Singh and Human Rights Society President Datuk Ambiga Srinivasan received death threats via WhatsApp. Members of Bersih 2.0 also handed over a memorandum to the IGP on all the incidents that have occurred since Bersih 5 launched its nationwide convoy. In the meantime, Bersih nemesis Datuk Seri Jamal Muhammad Yunus was released from custody despite the police obtaining a 48-hour remand order against him. His supporters clad in red t-shirts greeted him as he emerged from the Dang Wangi District Police Headquarters at 4:45 p.m.
ini. Jadi saya minta pihak kerajaan, saya minta pihak polis supaya berlaku adil. Bukannya double standard. Baju merah dikenakan tindakan, baju kuning diagung-agungkan.
Jamal was arrested at KLIA yesterday morning upon his return from Dubai. The Sungai Besar UMNO division chief is being investigated for slander and criminal intimidation under the Penal Code Section 233 of the Communications and Multimedia Act, as well as Section 4, subsection 1 of the Sedition Act. The air of uncertainty over the ongoing renovation work in Batu Caves has been cleared, with the green light granted after a meeting between the Temples Committee and Selayang Municipal Council. MPS President Suleiman Abdul Rahman said the council officers will monitor the work going on in Batu Caves, while the higher-ups pore through the blueprints and paperwork which will be presented by the Temple Committee.
I'm concerned, state concern is the safety of these worshippers, the safety of these visitors come here. And as you know that this is also our main product for this tourism. And we don't want to jeopardize that, the visitors, especially the foreigners, come here and visit the temple.
Work at the famed religious and tourist site is slated for the temple's consecration ceremony in 2017. The Starfront paged a story on Wednesday claiming that the work could be for an artificial waterfall and that it could threaten the fragile limestone hill and flora there. Sri Mahamariamman Temple trustee Dr. N. Sivakumar, however, stressed that work was mainly to beautify the temple and that no new structures were being erected.
We are not doing any new structure here. We only beautification structure, which is the work will go up because it's more on beautification.
About 1.4 million people visit the Batu Caves temple yearly for Thaipusam. In other news, Express Rail Link unveiled the first of its 6 new coaches in a special ceremony on Thursday. Besides being more spacious, the new coaches boast improved safety features, such as additional CCTVs and better sensors. Waiting time for the KLIA transit service will also be reduced.
The increased number of trains will also mean that we will have more trains on standby in case of train failures and less downtime for scheduled maintenance. There will be less delays, increased reliability, and overall better convenience to all our customers.
At the ceremony, Transport Minister Datuk Sri Liao Tiong Lai said the government is doing all it can to enhance urban public transport efficiency.
Government plans to invest more than 160 billion by the year 2020 in public transportation upgrading. So we can see that there's so much of investment in public urban transportation. I must say that when we are able to connect all these places together, we are able to compete. We connect to compete, we connect to grow our country economy. So this is the key words, connectivity, make Malaysia prosper.
Ahead of tabling Budget 2017 in Parliament on Friday, the Prime Minister said the fiscal plan was formulated amid an unpredictable and challenging global environment. In a brief video uploaded on YouTube, he assured that the government is aware that the budget which provides relief for the people must be tabled.
Antaranya yang paling penting ialah kita mesti memahami apakah aspirasi rakyat dan apakah kehendak rakyat dari segi apa yang boleh disediakan oleh kerajaan melalui bajet 2017 yang ini menentukan bidang-bidang keutamaan yang dapat mengurangkan misalnya kos sara hidup rakyat, menyelesaikan beberapa perkara yang dekat di hati rakyat, umpamanya soal perumahan dan juga bidang-bidang yang penting yang sama-sama kita sudah kenal pasti.
In line with the government's People First philosophy, he said the administration practiced an inclusive policy and wanted to ensure fair and balanced distribution. He urged Malaysians to view his budget tabling, which would telecast live at 4 p.m.
In world news, Rodrigo Duterte met with his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping on Thursday as the Philippine leader seeks closer ties with the Asian giant while blasting his U.S. allies. Duterte is hoping to take advantage of Beijing's deep pockets to score a raft of trade and infrastructure deals.
There are so many things that we need. We will be asking for the help of China. I do not know if your government will give it to us.
A Chinese diplomat said China and the Philippines agreed to resume bilateral dialogue on the South China Sea in a victory for Beijing. Despite a rainstorm, thousands of Argentines took to the streets Wednesday to protest the brutal rape and murder of a 16-year-old girl, the latest case of violence against women to shock the country. On October 8th, Lucia Perez was abducted outside her school in Mar del Plata by a gang who drugged, raped, and sodomized her violently with an unspecified object that she eventually bled out from her internal injuries. The final U.S. presidential debate took an unexpected turn when Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump made his controversial stance against Mexicans.
But we have some bad hombres here, and we're going to get them out.
The name, literally meaning bad men, sent a shockwave through the internet. Bad hombres was then turned into bad hombre, an old hair color trend. The teaser trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 has hit the internet. In the sequel, old enemies become new allies, and fan-favorite characters from the classic comics will come to their aid as the Marvel Cinematic Universe continues to expand. The film hits theaters next April.
That's a wrap for Cuppa News. Thanks for watching. Good night.